Alright guys, I'll just show you this whole set. So basically, I like to use beaver meat, but I caught a muskrat the other day, so I just took the back end of a muskrat. I've got two holes drilled, small holes drilled back here in the back. I can take that piece of wire, stick down in there, and completely twist that beaver quarter, or in this case, that muskrat back. And so they're not going to be able to reach in and pull it out of there. So that thing's secured in there. Now what I like to do is drill a hole in the back of this bucket, a hole in the bottom, guys, where your stake goes straight through that bucket. You can take your trap ring. In Arkansas, we're only allowed 160s is the biggest trap we can use on land. So we're going to anchor that trap and that bucket to the ground right here. Just like that. All that's left, guys, we got these slits right here for our springs to fit in. So all that's left is to set this 160. That's the biggest trap we can use in Arkansas on dry land. So basically, you take and you've got a portable pocket cubby set that you're carrying around with you, already pre-baited, so it makes it real quick and easy to throw these things out. I want to put my anchor, I want this spring over on this side because those triggers are bent back at a 45. Just gonna stick that spring right through that slit on this side. Put this spring over here on this side, and guys, you can take and bend those springs down, and that'll secure that trap in that bucket. Make sure our safeties are off. Now all that's left, guys, is covering this up like what a cat would, just making a cubby. What I like to do, because that 160 doesn't fit the whole size of that bucket, I like to take a little bit of grass and put underneath it there like that. Kind of cover that front end up. Take some of this grass here, guys, and we're just going to pull it up over the side of it. Come right over here and we'll get some of this taller grass here. We're just going to completely cover that bucket up. Create us a little cubby right there. You can take some of that grass and kind of stick down in there like that. Maybe just a little bit more there on that back side. Just like that right there, guys. Now that cat. If I was sitting out on, we're on a little bit of an embankment right there, so I'm picturing the cat walking down this side. I mean, we want that bucket to be eye level with the cat, so let's say this camera, the cat walking down through here. It's about eye level. He's gonna look over there, be able to see straight into that bucket. Now, if I was sitting it up here on flat ground, I would want to get a 2x4 to screw to the front of it, find a piece of wood somewhere so that bucket, front of that bucket's sitting 3 or 4 inches off the ground, tilted up. So as that animal walks by, his sight view goes straight down into that bucket. Now this right here, like I said, with this being on that little bit of a hill there, that's going to be the case if he's walking out here in front of it. So right there is what he's seeing inside that bucket. Guys, if you'll notice, those triggers are bent at a 90-degree back, and that just allows more space for him to try to get through to get in there to that bait. And what's going to happen as he goes through, his chest is going to bump that trigger right there on that bend, and that's what's going to set the trap off, and we'll have a head catch. Only thing left to do, guys, is get a little bit of a cat scent, cat glen lure. Put a little bit dab right here on the top of that bucket, right up in here somewhere, and then toss a stick or whatever you use back into that bucket to have that scent coming out. So that's going to be the set. Now we'll wait until get a cat come through and hopefully have a catch there in that thing. Right down here is that dam, guys, and like I said, those predators walk their trail, comes right down this flat. We're hoping that that scent is gonna drift down to that flat and get smell of it down there, they're going to get up here working. So I think this will be a good spot for this cat set. Again, right here's that dam, and all those predators cross that dam, keep from having to get wet. So they're coming up right here to the top of that dam. If they turn and come this way, right now the wind's coming straight to me. So it's blowing right over that set, blowing back this direction. So any animal working this ditch here, coming down to this three-way intersection of the roads, coming up out of the ditch, this is a good intersection. Those predators are going to be, that prevailing wind's coming right over the top of that box. So I don't think it'll take too long. We'll have a catch here. I'm going to get a little bit of bobcat gland lure put in there. And we got one more location. Check for beaver, otter maybe, and I'll check in with you guys over there. I'm just talking about those predators. I turn over and look at this fence, guys, and right there is a trail coming through that fence, probably coons, but the bobcats, coyotes, everything else is going to be using that trail as well. There's just a blind set of footholds in there, and you pick those up as they come through. See if we can spot another one right there. There's another one. Good trail coming under that fence. There's always been a pretty good trail right here on the edge of this thing too. Right through here, right around the corner post of that fence. Alright guys, made it down here to this dam here. We had a dam break in it. Got a 330 right here. It's still set. But until my cable stretched back this way, I got it anchored up to that limb on that tree. That anchor cable stretched back over here. It looks like something's up underneath this limb. Matter of fact, I see it sticking right over. It's going to be a beaver. If you guys will be able to see it yet. But let me get over here, see if we can get a better look at him. Looks like a pretty decent sized one too. You can see him right in there. Pretty good sized beaver there. Alright, here's our cable, and he's pulled it up underneath that log. See if I can get over there. And there he is, guys. A front foot catch on him, it looks like. And there you can just see that Bridger number 5 holding that front foot. And there's that beaver. I'm gonna get him taken care of, and we're gonna get it put back up here in that little dam break. Alright guys, so here's that dam break we made. You saw me yesterday. Clean this out a little bit. Just come right back in here. Bed that trap back there, and things working again. So turn around here and get a look at this good sized beaver right there. That's probably a good, he's going to be over 40, probably 45 pounds or so. I'm going to have to carry him back over there to the truck, and we got another dam set up here. We'll get over and check it. Maybe have a catch in it. Alright guys, I'm about halfway to the truck. Changed my mind. That beaver is now about 70 pounds. Whew. Told him up that hill to here, I'm about pooped. But see the truck over on the edge of the field. All serious, it's probably close to a 50-pound beaver. maybe even a little more. But they're all heavy, and you got to carry them out very far. Anyway, almost there. Let's keep going. Alright guys, this is that second dam here. When I first come over here and set it, just on the other side of that tree was their crossover that they were using to cross over. I set that 330 at the bottom, put a foothold on top with a drowning rod. And we'll get down there and check in a minute, but I had a miss there. I think the second day on that top foothold. But it almost looked, getting here this morning, it almost looks like they've changed that crossover over here to the edge because they know there's danger over there. And so they started crossing right here. I think what I'm gonna do this morning is pull that 330 and we're gonna put it right down here at the bottom of that crossover on this side. And then we'll just leave the drowning rod and the foothold on the upper end. However, we got both spots covered. Let's get over here and see if maybe by chance we don't have something here on this drowning rod. Right there's our rod, guys. They pile mud up on it. Oh, it feels like our mechanism is gone. Nope, there it is. They got the trap covered up. So we'll just leave that. We'll leave that 330 down there where it's at, and we'll move this drowning rod since we got it up and got to redo it anyway. We'll move it over here to this edge. See if we can't pick them up over there. Alright guys, so I'm just going to get this trap placed in there. Keep on moving this morning. Just kind of step out a spot here, real solid bed. Here we go. Gonna push that end down in the mud the best we can. Secure it up here with that stake. Get this trap set. Alright, let's get that. I'll make sure our mechanism's down here where it'll slide. Push that all the way down, guys. Just gonna take that trap and we're gonna put it right on that bed that we just made there. Make sure it's sitting in there good and secure. Take me a little stick and put it right here just so I can tell if that mechanism's gone easy enough. And there we go. Now we got that crossover, that that they made since we come in here and set the original one. Then they started using this one, so now we got it set, and hopefully get them picked up. All right, guys, we're back here at the culvert where Kinsley and I picked up that big beaver on this crossover, and we got another one down here this morning. So basically got a crossover right there. The water got down so low, I went ahead and took that black widow stand down. I just had my trap bedded right here on the bottom of it. But you can see there we got us a beaver this morning. So good deal. I don't think the crossover 330's got anything in it, but we'll get over and get it checked here in a second to make sure. But I'm gonna get him out of this trap. We're just gonna place that foothold right back down here at the bottom of this crossover and see if we can't pick up any more out of this colony. All right, guys, showed you this one yesterday. This is the second day we've had a check here, and had a 330 or one caught in this 330 yesterday. It's been knocked down with a mist today, but look right up here on the top side, and we've got a small beaver there floating. So chances are that small beaver might have got through that 330, and we ended up picking him up here, or vice versa. May have had one get through. But see, I'm pull him up here and take a look, see what we got. Yeah, just a small 1-year-old. Good catch, and that's all. Hoping for these 850s. I talked about it earlier in the video. I'm not sure if it made the cut or not, but these 850s are heavy tank of a trap, and that's what I was hoping for. I've been setting a bunch of them this year, just seeing how well they drowned. We'll pull these beavers to the bottom, and so we know for sure on those small 1-year-olds, we'll definitely pull them down. So I'm just gonna kind of rake these leaves and stuff back up, make me a clear path right there. They're using this crossover anyway. Right there, guys, we're just going to open that up, make us a place to bed that trap. Just going to reset it and get it back down in there. just like that. Just gonna bed that trap right in there, guys. Let's step down here and get this 330 reset. Well, guys, it's rocky bottom. We can't really get a great straight down lock on these, so what we're trying to do is just use that bank to secure that trap in there. Like I said, all these rocks, there's no way I'm gonna be able to get that trap in there. Pretty secure right there, guys. We're just gonna leave it just like that, and hopefully have another one caught here in the morning. Morning, guys. Morning, guys. It's Friday morning. If you guys follow me on Facebook, you'll know that I've got some beaver jerky that I started yesterday. I'll come out here tonight. I already swapped these trays. These that are on top were on bottom, and I just swapped them, moved them. But those bottom trays are done. You can tell as we get farther down, they're getting less and less done. If I'd have just had one or two trays on last night, all this would be done. But that's our jerky. Time I get back home after checking the line, the majority of this should be done. But just wanted to show you guys. Now, I've already tried a couple of pieces this morning, and it's pretty good stuff. So here we go. Be my snack for the day and for a few days. Could have used a little more flavor, but I mean, that's better than any store-bought jerky you could get. I said flavor, and I should have said seasoning. A little more seasoning on it would have been really good. Next batch we'll put a little more in it. That's some good stuff. All right, let's go check some traps. All right, guys, pulling up here to our first catch of the morning. Not exactly what we were after, but it's a catch. It's one less nest raider, and we got him. This bucket here we had baited with a piece of beaver meat, and we had that square bucket guarded with that round RBG 160. So that's good size possum there. Let's get him out of there and get this reset back. I was talking to another trapper, and he's a lot more proficient with these buckets. He's used them quite a bit, made lots of catches with them. And he was telling me I needed to, we got that beaver meat in there. Guys, here I just got a log propped up under the front of this bucket. He said I needed to take some grass, to cover up grass or leaves and cover that bait up. He said those animals, it took him a while to learn this, but he said those animals are, if they can see the bait in the back of that bucket, they're more than likely to reach in with their hand and try to pull it out. But he said that if they can't see it, you know, they're going to know what's in there because they can smell it. He said if they can't see it, they are more than likely to stick their head in to look for it. So that's what we want. We want head catches and not shoulder catches. Pointed back. The safeties are off. Alright, that's better. Now we'll hit them with their chest right here as they go in. Cover that up. I think these smaller RGBs I'm probably going to like for like skunk holes, smaller animals like this. Those gopher holes and skunk holes, you know, round fitting inside those. I think it'll be ideal and work good for that. But anyway, I'll know after this season, after I use several of them, I'll have a better idea. We got that set back in there, and hopefully next time we come around there'll be a cat in it. I can get up here. This is that ditch. Got 2 dams in. It's where we had the big beaver yesterday up underneath that big tree. Had to pull out. So I'll get back in there and get it checked. All right, nothing there where we caught that one yesterday. Come over and check this one. We moved that drowning rod over here, this other crossover, and I can see my stick is still up there, so it tells me that trap's still there and nothing happened here. I'm gonna step down here just to get my hands on it, make sure we don't have a miss. Yeah, trap's still set right where we left it there. I can see my 330 still set over there on that other one. So let's keep moving this morning. Got some more places to check. All right, guys, we got our second victim of our box traps. The same kind of victim as the first. That possum, I'm gonna get him out of there and get this reset back in here. Try it again. So 2 possums, not what we were wanting, guys, but we're thinning them down. Get that reset, guys. Anchor's still good. We're gonna put this log back up under there a little bit more. Make sure our bait's still in there. It is, guys. Push it around to the back of that box. Put a little bit of grass in there in front of it, like Charlie told us to do, to keep that visual down. That'll make them want to go through it instead of reaching through it. Get that trap back in there. Safeties are off. There we go. Let's take a little bit of this grass here and we'll shove it around the sides of that trap. Just like that. There we go. Cover the top of that up just a little bit more. Alright, there we go, guys. It's set back. And see if we can't get us a cat in one of these. I believe it's going to work. Alright, let's check down here on these drowning rods and see if anything's happened. Just looking, it almost looks like the one we moved over there to the side has gone down that rod. There's just a little bit of scent, a little bit of disturbance there on the bank with that scent. And there's a big old canine track here in this mud. I wonder if maybe that scent didn't pick us up a dog. Get over here and look, because he's sure trying to get over here to it and see what it was. I believe the trap was bedded right in here. Let's pull that thing up and see what happened. Oh, trap's still right here, guys. Didn't go all the way down. Kind of got me curious now. I'm gonna shift this thing right over here where I can bed that trap right here on that edge, and see if we can tell what, I can catch what that is. Pull this mud out right here. Let me bed that trap right here. Take a little more scent and put it right up here on the bank, and see if curiosity might draw them over here where we can get a catch and see what this thing is. That's a huge, huge dog print. But I'm gonna put this trap right here. We're gonna take probably a little bit of beaver castor scent, put it right up here on the side. We may get some little bit of cat gland lure, and we'll put it right up here on a stick on the bank, and see if we might can see what that is. Alright guys, I'll have to go to the truck to get that lure. Just gonna bed that trap. Push that anchor all the way down. There we go. We'll put this in here in case that trap, we'll be able to tell if it goes down or not. And that's gonna be that set. I'm gonna step up here and grab some lure and drop some lure out here on the bank, and then we'll move on down to the next spot. Alright guys, just wanted to show you guys this. This is an ideal location pinch point to pick up some of those land predators. See, this tree has fell plumb across this waterway, this ditch right here. Those bobcats, foxes, even coyotes are going to walk across this tree to get over here to this side. Raccoons, everything's going to be using this as a bridge to cross that ditch. So how would you set that up? On the root side, you can tell where the path coming down off that bank onto the tree at. Just set you a foothold blind set in there on that path. Right here, these two V's are going to be perfect for a snare. If you want to put a snare in between that V there, coming off that main trunk on this end. I'm looking over here on the ground. I'm not 100% sure. I think they're taking that other split down probably to the bottom, and then you can see the trail coming off of it around and up. But yeah, just an idea spot. If you see something like this, stop and look at it, and you can definitely pick up some of those predators in the area using this as a crossing. So far guys, no beaver, only got 2 possums today. I got 1 conibear set on a dam right up here. We're going to check it and then keep moving. Hopefully we'll have a catch on down the ways a little bit. Alright guys, here's our next last location this morning. Just got this anchored up here with an extension cable to this tree on the bank. I don't know. Let's see. Had a miss this morning. So just set it back and keep trying. Not going to be many beaver in this ditch either. Maybe a pair. Haven't picked one up yet. But I've cleaned this ditch out, I guess about 3 years ago, and then this is the first year that they've come back in here. Some more moved in. Oh, just gonna get some of these leaves out of the way. Get that thing set. As you can come right in here about where we think their back feet are going to be. Bed that trap in there. We'll go ahead and kick this out a little bit lower, and hopefully we'll pick them up tonight. I've got another right up here on top of this bank. I've got another bucket set for a cat, and nothing has messed with it. We went ahead and threw some grass in there to cover that bait up in the back of it, and yeah, so I'm gonna head over to that last stop. We picked up 2 beavers in there. Big one the first morning, and that small 1-year-old yesterday morning. Hopefully we got another one caught over there. But I'll check in with you guys, and one way or another. All right, guys, made it to our last location. Can't really tell anything's happened just yet. Looks like our 330's down. And we got a catch up there on that top end too, on that foothold. Almost looks like a raccoon from here. Don't believe that's a beaver, but we'll get down there and look at it, get a closer look. It may be a beaver. So we just had this crossover trap sitting right up here, and there's our catch. I'm still not 100% sure what that is. Big old raccoon. Yep. We got us a raccoon coming down through there this morning. He's all tangled up in there. I'm gonna get him taken care of, get this trap reset.